7 animals who are going to extinct soon. Time on Earth is running out for certain species. Humans are the largest threat to endangered species survival, with poaching, habitat destruction, and the effects of climate change contributing to many of the issues. Although the mass extinction has been going on for 10,000 years or so since the last ice age, to be precise, it has been accelerating at an alarming rate. According to a study published in the journal PNAS in June 2020, we lost roughly 543 land vertebrate species in the 20th century, but we're on track to lose the same number in the next 20 years. To discover about some of the most beautiful creatures that require our assistance, protection, and conservation. Here's our list of 7 animals who are going to extinct. Number 7. Blackfooted Ferret. Only the blackfooted ferret, Mustela nigripes, which is a member of the weasel family, is native to North America, and it is the only ferret that can be found there. Each of these creatures has a tan body with black legs and feet, a black tip to their tail, and a black mask covering their faces. It is believed that prairie dogs account for more than 90% of their total food consumption, indicating that they are exceptionally specialized carnivores, including insects. For these carnivores, disease and a loss of suitable habitat are the most serious threats they face. Both of these problems have been exacerbated in part by the poisoning of prairie dogs over a long period of time, which has eliminated a significant portion of their food supply in many of their natural environments. Recovery efforts, which have included captive breeding and reintroduction into the wild, have, on 2 distinct occasions in recent history, contributed in bringing the species back from the brink of extinction. There are roughly 300 to 400 black-footed ferrets in the wild now, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature. These ferrets are all descendants of the 18 ferrets that were used in captive breeding operations in the late 1980s, which were released into the wild. Number 6. Sumatran rhinoceros. As the smallest of the rhinoceros family, the Sumatran rhinoceros, Dicerorhinus sumatrensis, can be found only in isolated pockets of deep mountain forests throughout Malaysia, Indonesia, and possibly Myanmar. It is the only Asian rhinoceros with 2 horns, and the only Asian rhinoceros with 2 horns. It is the only Asian rhinoceros with 2 horns, and it is found solely in Asia, Burma. Those who are familiar with them will recognize their long hair, which serves to keep mud caked to their bodies, keeping them cool and protecting them from mosquitoes. According to the World Wildlife Fund, there are only 220 to 275 Sumatran rhinos left in the world, making them one of the world's most endangered rhino species, along with the Javan rhino, according to the World Wildlife Fund. They, like other rhinos, are sought for their horns, and as a result of poaching, they are in grave risk of extinction in their natural habitat. Because there is no evidence to suggest that the population is steady, and only 2 captive females have reproduced in the last 15 years, it can be concluded that the population is not stable at all. Number 5. Pangolin. In their natural habitats, pangolins are nocturnal, solitary species that reside in woods and grasslands. Their bodies are covered in scales, and they have long sticky tongues that they utilize to slurp up ants and termites. Its size is close to that of a domestic cat, and it has an appearance and texture that is similar to artichokes on 4 legs. The way they defend themselves when they are terrified is to roll up into a ball and conceal themselves. These monsters, which may be found in Asia and Africa, are on the danger of extinction as a result of an increase in the number of wildlife thieves who are targeting them for their meat and scales for sale. They are in fact considered to be the most trafficked mammal on the planet, according to CNN, and this is a reality. According to estimates, approximately 100,000 people are detained each year. Number 4. Sola. Known as the Asian unicorn, the Sola, Pseudorix nietenhensis, was discovered in May 1992, and has been referred to as such since then. It is a critically endangered mammal that is only seldom seen in the wild. According to the World Wildlife Fund, it is so rare that scientists have only ever sighted it in the field 4 times in all of their years of research. Despite their similarity in appearance to antelopes, Solas have 2 parallel horns on their heads and white markings on their faces. Both male and female Solas have 2 parallel horns on their heads and white markings on their faces, though they are actually cousins of cattle. They live in the forests of Vietnam and Laos, where they can be found. In accordance with the International Union for Conservation of Nature, solas are imperiled by hunting, as well as by the ongoing fragmentation of their habitat as a result of human activities such as road building. Number 3. Vaquita. This species of harbor porpoise, sometimes known as the Vaquita, Phocaena sinus, was discovered in 1958 and is now considered to be extinct. Whales, dolphins, and porpoises are all members of the cetacean family. It is the smallest of them. Despite its small size, this porpoise has a gray body and a pale gray or white belly. It has a dark patch over its eyes and dark spots that run from its mouth to its pectoral fins, which are visible when it is underwater. According to the International Committee for the Recovery of the Vaquita, the world's rarest marine mammal, is on the verge of extinction, with only around 60 individuals left in the world. Their population has shrunk by 40% in the 3 years from 2014. World Wildlife Fund reports that these little porpoises are routinely caught and drowned in gill nets used by illegal fishing operations in Mexico's Gulf of California. It is possible that they are sensitive to climate change because to the fact that they live in such a small area, as rising temperatures could disrupt their food supply and habitat conditions. Number 2. Peruvian black spider monkey. In eastern South America, just north of the Amazon River, you'll find the species of spider monkey, Ateles chamek, which like to spend its time in the rainforest canopy, which is where it gets its name. Originally from Peru, this species can be found in the Amazon basin. They are an important component of the tropical rainforest environment where they assist in seed dispersal and other functions. These monkeys, which predominantly consume fruit, are a common sight in the area. A recent report by the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, found that the population of red-faced monkeys, also known as Guiana spider monkeys, has decreased by at least 50% in the last 45 years. Survival is threatened by hunting, habitat fragmentation, and degradation of their tropical rainforest surroundings, all of which are contributing factors to their extinction. Number 1. The red wolf. The International Union for Conservation of Nature has categorized red wolves, which are native to the southeast in Florida, as a critically endangered species. Red wolves are a member of the canine family. It is estimated that there are just 25 to 40 of these species left in the wild, and they may all be located in eastern North Carolina. When it comes to their shyness and penchant for lifelong pairing, red wolves are well known in their natural habitat. However, despite the fact that efforts have been made to conserve the species is on the edge of extinction. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.